Hi everyone, it's Shannon. Welcome back to my channel. I have a couple really great projects to work on today, and we're actually going to be using these chalk markers by Arteza. And as you see behind me, I use regular chalk quite often when I am designing my coffee bar and the chalkboard art that you see behind me. But the great thing is you can actually use chalk markers on more than just blackboards. So today I'm going to share that with you, so let's go ahead and get started with our projects. All right, so let me show you what I have for supplies. We're gonna do a couple different things, and the first thing I have is an inexpensive picture frame, and this is a printable, a free printable, and you can find that online or create your own. You don't have to be an artist. You can use this technique I'm going to use here today. This is really, really simple. Anybody can do this. And I'm going to be using Arteza's chalk markers. They have so many different varieties of chalk markers. I didn't realize, but they really do. They have metallic, chalk markers that are metallic. They also have bright colors. So these are really bright, bold colors. And then this is a set of earth tones. So this is kind of more my style, the like subdued, you know, more earth tone, farmhouse looking markers. And I actually took the time to swatch all of these colors. And basically you kind of need to do that anyway because you need to prime your chalk markers before you can use them. And all you have to do that is just sort of press your marker down so that the liquid chalk ink can fill the tip of your marker, and then kind of pump it a little bit, and then that will get all of the paint down into the tip of the marker, and then your marker is basically ready to go after that. And so I did that with all of them so you could see all of the different colors that they have available. And I know, you know, you always kind of think of white chalk markers or just plain chalk as being white. So they do actually have a whole set that is nothing but white markers. So if you do a lot of chalk art and you need like a big set of just white, they have that available too. All right, so I wanted to get out all of these markers. This is the whole set of earth tone markers here. You can see I swatched those all here so you can see all of the colors. But you don't just get markers with this set. They actually come with some extra goodies. And one thing that's actually really useful is that they come with extra felt tips that go in your markers that are chisel. So what comes with your markers and already inserted is just a blunt tip. And so if you want to do some different style scripts or fonts, you can use this little tweezers that came with the set as well. And you just pick the blunt tip out and then put your new chisel tip in. So I think that was really neat. So it really gives you some versatility with these markers. But not only that, they also have these cute, super cute chalk labels, sticker labels in there too. So you can actually stick these on different containers and label them, and I may try that so you guys can see that too. So I think that's amazing that you get all of that in a package of these markers. This is a set of 16, and you're probably wondering why chalk markers? Can't you just use regular markers or paint pens? And of course you can. But the cool thing about chalk markers is you can erase this, so it's not permanent. So I could actually take a wet cloth and scrub that all off and start over again if I wanted. So I think that's really, really cool and gives you a lot of options as far as designing goes. And you guys know I love my coffee bar and have a chalkboard background on there. So I'm really excited to get the opportunity to use these on that coming up here in the future. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned so you don't miss out on that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on this first project, which I'm really excited to try. And Arteza also has a lot of different artist sketch pads. And this one is a 9 by 12 inch, 90 pound black paper one. and there are 30 pieces of paper in here, as you can see, but I'm just gonna be using one. And this is what I'm gonna put inside the frame as sort of the background. And the idea here is I am actually going to put my design underneath this glass here and center it. And I'm gonna use a little piece of tape to keep it from moving around. All right, so I have my tape on there, and I'm just gonna follow the design here. So I printed this on my printer on 8.5 by 11 paper. The frame I'm using is 8 by 10, so I cut it down to size so I could center it and get it right where I wanted it underneath the glass. And you could, if you wanted, sort of draw the shiplap lines in there, but I'm just basically wanting to trace the design with the words in the wreath. So I chose 3 colors from the Earth Tones collection. I'm using, I believe, Snow White and Wineberry, and also olive green. And I think these are really gonna be nice. I might add a little bit of red or the wineberry in here to add some berries. I'm going to use the olive green for the wreath, and I'm going to use the Snow White for the words in the middle here. And then what we'll do is I'll show it and kind of speed it up so you can see how it all gets added on there. And then we're gonna remove this paper from the back, put it on top of a piece of our black paper here. So it will actually sort of look like a chalkboard, but it's actually just black paper. And then our design will stand out against the black and look really nice, and then we'll have a nice pretty framed piece of art. All right, here's a look at the white, and obviously you don't just have to use these on blackboards. I'm using this on glass, so there's lots of different things you can actually use these chalk markers on. So I'm gonna let this white dry before I go back in and do the green wreath. All right, I'm already loving this. That turned out super cute. And I'm gonna let that dry. And while that is drying, I'm going to cut down my black piece of paper down to a 8 by 10 size using my paper trimmer. All right, so I pulled out a set of my flower pots and went to get a label out from the set that came with the markers, and oh my gosh, look how many there are. There are a ton. I am loving this. So I'm gonna pick out, go through them all and pick out which one I want for the front of each one of those. And I think I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3 on there, but you could label them with whatever kind of flower or herb you're growing and kind of personalize it that way. And last but not least, I have this really cute metal and slate sign on the coffee bar, which is in a sort of yellow and lemon theme for the summer. So I thought it'd be fun to add a little bit of yellow to sort of dress it up a little bit more and help tie the whole coffee bar look together. All right, so for this, I'm gonna be using lemon yellow, which is pretty appropriate seeing as I have a lemon coffee bar. And it's from the Bright Color set by Arteza. And then I'm also going to go over this with my white chalk marker. So this is all done in regular chalk, but it'll stand out a lot more if I use the white, which I would like to do. So between the yellow and the white, I'm going to kind of dress this up a little bit more. All right, here it is updated. I do have to say, I feel like it is so much easier to use the chalk markers versus regular chalk just because you have to sort of keep sharpening your regular chalk and it wears down and it's not very consistent, but these chalk markers are very consistent. They sort of just glide on really, really easily, and I think it gives it a little bit cleaner of a look. I think you can sort of pair it with some regular chalk just to do some blending and things, but I am really just loving these chalk markers. So I showed you all of these amazing chalk markers today, but Arteza has so many, I'm talking so many different arts and crafts type products on their website, and I will link down below a coupon code if you'd like to check out their site and save 10% off. They sent me these amazing, I don't know about you, I am a glitter person. It does not scare me. I am happy to craft with glitter. Look at all of these gorgeous colors that come in this glitter set. You would be set for life. So I know I shared with you this sketch pad from Arteza already that we used in the picture frame, but they also have lots of other sketch pads on their online store as well, including this one that is really actually cool. It has these satin ribbons on the end so you can tie it in a bow and make it look pretty. And then inside is this black paper. You could use this as a scrapbook. You could use this as an autograph book for a bridal shower or a wedding. So lots of different options you could use these for. And then this I'm super excited about. My son has already broke this in. It's a scratch pad, paper pad. So you actually use sticks, and it comes with emery boards that make different patterns, and you sketch or draw through the black top so they look like this to start with, and then whenever you scratch on top you get a pretty design in the background like this. So my son, we had a rainy day today, so he had fun creating his own art, and it turns out really, really pretty. Thank you so much to Arteza for sponsoring today's video. I will have a link down in the description box below where you can check out all of the products that I featured in today's video. I hope that this tutorial inspired you. Make sure to take a second and give it a thumbs up for me. There's also a share button under this video where you can click that and share this with your friends and family and inspire them too. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stick around and join me every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for new DIYs, tutorials, and new inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.